they're taking our jobs. Who wants these jobs? Nobody wants these jobs. I can tell you right now, if these 12 million, whatever the number is, they keep debating in Congress, you know, the thing, of course, tanked yesterday, whatever that number is, if every one of those immigrants just got up and walked back across the border, it would wreck our economy. It completely wreck it, and a whole lot of folks would be pulling their hair out, jumping out of windows and going crazy. Who's going to nanny the baby? Who's cutting my grass? At the restaurant, your tables can't get bust. Your cars, I live in L.A., your car can't get parked. I mean, it would just completely wreck our economy, and we don't want to be honest about that. So I don't want to belabor this. So now the sister without the name can raise this issue of tension in black and brown communities. That's the wrong entry point for the conversation. It's not that they took a job that you wanted. There is an issue of fairness here, but it's not because they took a job you wanted. It's about how we coexist peacefully, how we find some common ground, how we build some coalitions. I just have a fundamental difference in how we approach that particular issue.
Indianapolis, Republican.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tavis, I've watched your career with great interest. I think you have a tremendously interesting broadcast history, personal history for you.
Thank you.
Last night, I do take issue with a couple points.
Okay.
Applause, I believe, panders to answers that the audience wants to hear, not necessarily what the candidates feel. And I think that by automatically allowing audience, what happens is that the other candidates see what gets the most applause and starts changing their responses to a more sympathetic crowd answer rather than what they truly feel. Mm-hmm. Also, when you do entertain the Republican debates, are you going to allow those same Democrats to boo the Republicans' point of view? So I mean, that's kind of a quirky situation that could happen. And also, I wanted to know how you feel about Bill Cosby being demonized for his honest positions. Yeah. And I wanted to make one final suggestion that NPR start a show perhaps called Debate the Nation, where you just have two candidates just, maybe for 10 or 15 minutes debating issues. I think that would be a tremendously interesting format that would bridge the success of talk radio along with television.
It's a very good idea, and I'll take that idea back to Public Radio International. I actually like that idea. With regard to the Republican debate, one, you assume that the Republicans are going to get booed. I'm not so dire about that. I don't know what they're going to say come September 27th. We may be surprised. There may be something to applaud coming out of the Republicans. If they're serious about reaching out to the black and brown communities, there may be reason to applaud come September 27th. So, no one's going to be booing. That would be disrespectful. I don't think applause is disrespectful. Booing is. So no one is going to be disrespected. I hope that there is reason to applaud, quite frankly, come September 27th when we do this again at Morgan State with the Republicans. With regard to your question about applause, if a person, I said yesterday to somebody that what Americans are craving, I believe, is authenticity. People are craving authenticity. Part of what I think has made reality television blow up, so to speak, is because people just want to see something, no matter how silly it is, that's real. On American Idol, either you can sing or you can't. On these crazy shows, either you ate the worms or you didn't. Either you can dance or you fall down. But it's reality. We see it and we know it's real in real time. People are craving authenticity, and that is true of our politics. So if a candidate were to stand up, say something just to keep applause, then that person isn't being authentic with himself, herself, or with the audience. So I've never said anything for the applause of the audience. I say what I believe. I try to stand by the courage of my convictions. And I would hope that if I can do that, that a person running for president is going to do that. That said, finally, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with people registering how they feel about a particular issue. And again, there'll be a number of debates. There are a number of ways to get at them. My approach, my strategy last night is different from what Wolf Blitzer or Brian Williams or Chris Matthews, someone else might do. Nothing wrong with that. Last night we just gave you a little different flavor.
The book, The Covenant, you've got two different books. Mm-hmm. How many have they sold? Both of them paperback?
Both paperback. The Covenant with Black America, the first book that went to #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, like about 500,000 copies and counting. And The Covenant in Action, the follow-up to that book, is about half that right now.
Wilmington, Delaware Democrat for Tavis Smiley.
How you doing, Tavis?
Good morning. How are you?
And I'm good. I'm very proud of you. My name is Julius, and used to be a president of Longshoremen and Department of Public Works. What I wanted to ask you is that